Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. It is time for my weekly What Sold video. We've got 20 sales to go over, you guys. 18 on eBay, 2 on Mercari, and you guys, over $1,400 in gross sales. You're not going to want to miss it. All right, so yeah, $14.50 roughly is my gross profit. You'll see the actual net profit at the very end, but I'm going to go over these items from the smallest profit to the most expensive profit. Yeah, 20 items, so we're going to be digging in. I've got to get this recorded and packed tonight. It is 9:30 on Sunday night. We have been at the pool all day, so yes, pool hair. Pool hair, don't care? I don't know. That sounds trashy. But yes, it has been a busy day with the family, and it's going to be an even busier week. Still have camps for the kids, and just a busy week ahead. So doing this on Sunday night just brings me that much more peace for tomorrow. I want to be able to hit the bins tomorrow because it's Monday, $5 day, and that has been my best day for at least 3 weeks. Gosh, at least 3 weeks. So I can't miss that tomorrow. I'm going to be late. I've got some morning plans, so I won't be there right when they open, but I'm hoping to still capture some leftovers that people leave behind, because that's my gravy right there, is the stuff that other people don't know. But let's dive in, because we've got some good sales, and not starting with this one. This one is the brand that you do want to watch for in the silverware world, or flatware. I call it all silverware. Even when it's plastic, it's still silverware. I don't know. Am I the only one that does that? But either way, this one actually is silverware. It is coated, or whatever they call it. That 1810 is what's written on here. Is that sterling, or is that stainless? I think that's sterling. I don't know. It's too late for me to be thinking the technical stuff of this. But it's Oneida, and that is a top brand, and this style is a hot one for me. It sells and sells well. But this is just 2 little pieces. You've got your little sugar spoon and your butter knife. I took an offer. We just need to get the stuff out of here. So almost $13, and I think I paid like right around $20 for an entire set. So I'm going to say $2 is my cost of good for these last 2 little pieces. $13, no, that's not big, but hey, that buys a coffee. All right, then we've got another small one here. This was a $3 bin find. Nope, $3, I want to say estate sale find. I don't think this was the bins. But it's an Apple charger. It is a USB-C 87 watt. It's got to be a laptop charger. And it is complete. It's beautiful. It's Apple, so it's OEM. And it's sold for $14 plus shipping. The silverware is free shipping. So that one's really going to be peanuts of the sales today. But this one, they paid for shipping at least, which is why I was okay taking the offer, knowing that they're going to be paying the shipping. So even if I just make a quick $10 on it, it's still a win. All right, next up, we've got a book set. This one is Dork Diaries. Originally, I was going to get this one for my daughter because she's 10 and this is kind of her era of books right now. But she said no. So I don't know if she's already read these ones or they just really aren't her book jam. And they were Dork Diaries, $5 day at my bins. And when I'm talking about the bins, I mean, if you watch me often, I talk about this a lot. But if you're new to the channel, my bins is my Amazon liquidation bins. There is also a thing called Goodwill bins. That's what I call them on the Goodwill outlets. And those are not my jam. I do not enjoy doing those. But my Amazon bins, luckily they have not shut down and I'm still doing pretty well there. And when I'm talking about bins, that's what I'm talking about. So this was $5 day, a brand new set of Dork Diaries sold for go to the right page, $23 free shipping. So no, again, small potatoes, but it all adds up. And that's going to be super easy to ship. It's a book. All right, but even easier to ship are going to be these 2 little guys. I just realized that these were no longer listed in my store. I bet that's the case of a lot of stuff behind this camera because I've got a very large inventory and I'm human. So there's many items that either got delisted for some silly reason or fell off the planet. I don't know. But these were not listed. We were looking for something and I see a stack of this and I'm like, what is going on here? Why do I still have these? I looked them up. They dropped in value big time. I must have had these at least a year. And they obviously, they're not listed. So how are they going to sell if they're not even listed? So I just listed them at probably half of what I would have wanted originally, but I paid $8 a piece. So there was still a little bit of profit to be made. I think they were $50 a piece when I first bought them. But for whatever reason, like I said, they weren't listed. So relisted it at the current price, which is $29. I know, womp womp, but that's all right. I sold two of them. One, I took an offer of $25, and the other one sold for full price of $29, so $30. And again, I paid $8. So no, these are not going to be huge profit, but again, it's adding up. And these are really easy to ship because they can just go into a poly mailer because they're not breakable. They're just little cardboard. Like it's already in a box. All right, next up, this one's an oldie. I've had this one over a year. Oh, it's all the way at the bottom. I need to watch how well, I'm not technically the one stacking it. Hubby is. Okay, scoot. Don't drop stuff. You know it's not a video if I don't drop stuff. Move it. Move it. Move it. All right. Camo. What is this? A dock fastening system Marksman Pro. It looks like a stapler. That's a really fancy way to call a stapler. All right, I have no idea. But this brand is pretty hot. It used to be hot. Now, not so much. We're, like I said, we've had this at least a year. And I paid... Why'd you go all the way to the top? All right, come back in. Camo, I paid $15. So yeah, I've had this for a long time. And it finally just sold for $35. No, I would never buy anything now for $15 that's going to sell for $35. No way. Like even on $5 day, I would almost be questioning if I should be buying it. So it obviously dropped in value. It went on sale and I've had it forever. But that's right. Let's get rid of it. It sold for $35. Move on. Just don't buy it again. All right. Next, we've got a camera bag. This one, I didn't even look it up. When I was at the store, this was at my local thrift. So I do buy a lot of my stuff from the bins, but I also hit garage sales and estate sales and thrift stores all the other days of the week. So this was my local thrift, and it's a Sony camera bag. I mean, it's a nice camera bag. And the fact that it says Sony, we know it's an original OEM fancy camera bag. And like the camera that goes with it is probably like a $400 plus camera. So if someone's going to need this case for it, I paid $5 and it sold for $35. So not a great buy, but again, I paid $5 and I should have probably looked it up to see how amazing it was. And it wasn't as amazing as I thought, but that's all right. It's in amazing condition and someone's going to be getting a really nice bag for their fancy camera. All right, we've got more fun bin finds. You guys, a couple of these items at the very end. So I told you I put it from the smallest to the most expensive. The item at the end is a bins find that will blow your mind. I can't believe that I found this later in the morning, just this last Friday. So here we are 2 days ago. Wow, I can't wait to show you guys. But first, all right, these little vitamins. This is a hair growth supplement with an expiration date of June 2025. So yes, we are in June of 2025. So these are normally $50 vitamins, but because they are so close to their expiration, I doubt they're going to explode if you took these in July. So obviously people still see the value that it's not going to explode in the matter of eating it just after the expiration. So they still sold. And I need to get rid of them quick before they actually expire because eBay will not let me list them if they're expired. Poof, they're going to be gone. So there's two of them. These were on both $1 and $3 day. So one was on $1, the other one was on $3. There was a bunch of them on $5 day last week and I didn't get any of them. And I'm like, oh, I'll just come back and get those on $3. They were gone. And it turned out, because with their expiration, it was probably smart that I didn't buy that many, because I'm sure there's going to be some that are left over. And for $5 for them to be left over, what am I going to do with them? Like, that's going to be $25, $30, $40 worth of product that's going to end up in the garbage because I can't sell it. It's expired. So no, I'm glad I didn't buy very many of them, enough that I know they can be sold before that expiration. So one bag I took, no, they both sold for full price, $38 each. Yeah, 38 bucks, two separate buyers. Yeah, two separate buyers, but free shipping. They'll just go into a poly mailer. Super easy to ship. All right, the next one was also on that $3 day. I told you these $3 and $5 days have been my favorite lately. So this one is $3 day, and they were just coming out on a new palette, and I was just grabbing them all because I love a multi-quantity listing. When you can buy it once, list it once, and say that you have 5, 10, 15 of them, that is the jam, because you're not having to redo your work for 15 different listings. It's one listing, and you just put the amount in your quantity. It's amazing. So this one is a 3-pack of a fancy vitamin called Gundry Total Restore Healthy Gut Lining. I don't know. But it was a manufacture date of 5/24 with an expiration date of May 2026. So these ones are not expired. I have 6 of them. So 3 were in each bundle. I sold both sets. So now I think I have one more 6-pack bundle. I bundled them together because, again, it's going to be easier to ship when there are 3 in one box, free shipping rather than one at a time. So I don't know. It's really your own preference. I could have sold these individually for 15, 20 bucks each, but I'd rather put them together and sell them for $58 for one set and $65 for the other set. So $9 into 60 bucks. Yes, please. Absolutely. So 2 orders of those. One I took an offer, $58.50, and the other one full price, 65 bucks. And I still have one more set. Did I just totally mimic myself? It's late. It's late. All right, we've got a book. Dollar Day, my friends. Saxon Math 1. It's a 2-pack of books. I don't think this was at the bins. I think this was a garage sale. Student workbook. Yeah, this was $1 at a garage sale. And it sold for $60. Yes, please. Brand new, sealed. She was a homeschool mother who was selling a bunch of their old gear for past years. And I left all the open stuff and just bought this one because it was still sealed for $1. So, yes, I love finding quick, easy items. All right, next up is a vinyl record. All right, Gustav Mahler. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This was, I believe it was Dollar Day. I don't think I put him into my spreadsheet. So I believe this was on Dollar Day. It's a record, brand new, amazing condition of whoever this person is. And it sold for $70 for one vinyl record. Yeah, it's just a symphony album. That's why I don't know who it is, because I don't listen to symphony. But obviously someone does, and it was worth it for $1. All right, next we've got some thermostats, because it's summer and people need a thermostat. Well, I guess you really need it year-round, right? To run your air conditioning too, and your heating. Yeah. All right, someone bought both of these. I had 2 of them. They were $15 each on $15 day, and they sold for $75. Okay, yeah, so it's total $75. They were $38 each. They went on sale, so that's why they ended up being less. They used to be about $50 each. And my sale had the 25% off coupon, so they got a good deal on it. So I'm glad it's going to one buyer, so I only have to pay for the shipping once. And again, these are going to go into a poly mailer, super easy to ship, and $75. So I'll take it. 30 into 75. Not a huge profit, but again, I just need to get rid of old inventory. I've got way too much stuff. All right. Next up, Rainbird. All right, this is definitely a summer. Jennifer, stop recording at 9:30 at night. Rainbird sprinkler control. I just bought this. This was at my local thrift, and I paid $9. Did I take that price tag off? Yes. I paid $9 for it, and it sold within days. I think I just listed this last week. But it's a fancy Rainbird sprinkler control. And it does not have the power supply, so there's a plug that comes with these. I've seen it in some of the listings. So I made sure to say that there's no cord, but you can do up to like 20 devices, and I don't know. It's a fancy one. So it sold for $65 for one little control box. I'll take it. Okay, then we've got balls. Golf balls, my friends. I love golf. I love Callaway. I love TaylorMade. I love all the top brands. You can find a list of top brands in my description. I've got a free gift. It is my bolo list. Be on the lookout. Top brands to look for as a reseller if you wanted to grow your list or just learn some more niches. And golf clubs are definitely one of them. So this sale, oh, this was a heyday sale. It was a garage sale at a community sale. And these were $10 a box. I bought like 5 different boxes of brand new golf balls and a box or a set of golf clubs that were worth a lot of money. So it was a great garage sale. So these ones sold 2 to the same buyer. I love that when I only have to ship it once. They're both going to go into one small box for $88. So again, I paid 10 each, so 20 into 88. I'll take it. Especially when it's the same buyer. And I don't think they paid shipping. If they did, they didn't pay enough because that's really low. All right, now we're going to break the 100. We've got 2 more sales here on eBay and then 2 over on Mercari. So let's go ahead and throw in my low profit Mercari item. Oh, and itchy nose. And that goes to Beachbody. I think it's this one. Now P90. Nope, that's Turbo. All right, it's not this one. All right, Jennifer, where'd you put it? Okay, I'm going to have to dig because it's not this one. But it's similar. It is a Beachbody set. And it was Ben's $5 day. And it is a complete set of P90X3. So it's not this T25. But, newsflash, you cannot sell this on eBay. It is I forget what they call it. It's a banned brand that you cannot list on eBay. So I have it over on Mercari because if I'm going to get a slap on the hand, I'd rather it be on Mercari than on my baby, my biggest generator, which is eBay. So this set, not this one, I'm going to put this back. The correct set sold for $56 out of 5. Love it. Love it, love it. And I just listed that, again, maybe 3 weeks ago. It was a bins find. All right, now let's go back over to my eBay land. And we've got an item. I just got a Goodwill. This never happens. Like, mind blown. Goodwill has not given anything for resale value in months. I only go maybe once a month now. Like, it's also a numbers game. If you go more, I'm going to find more, but it's rare. So I dropped my daughter off at her gymnastics, and I went over to Goodwill on Thursday, and this was in the case. It was in the fancy case up front, where I'm sure they all do it, where they put the stuff that is high value right up front. It was half price day. So this had a sticker for $30, but it was the color of the week, not half price day, half price color. So it was half price, making it $15. And my friends, this little guy just sold for $140. It is a portal TV, Facebook. It's a way that you like puts the little camera on your TV and you can video chat with people from your TV. Like, that's pretty cool. I don't personally want it, but that's a pretty cool item. And it sold for $140. I paid $15. I would have even paid $30 knowing it's a $150 item. So I can't believe it was still there. And no one else grabbed it. So I'll take it. Absolutely. And it sold fast. Fast. And then my next biggest item goes over to Mercari. We're going to hop back over there. I'm actually doing really good on keeping this in order. All right. Now, Mercari paid off with these boots. These are very dusty. So that's how old these are. I have had these for probably at least 2 years, if not more. These were, that's why my nose is itchy, from my boot dealer that, if you've been following me for this long, it was a gentleman I was buying high-end boots and clothes and things like that from. We no longer do any kind of business, and I still have a lot of his inventory. So these guys finally sold on Mercari. I do not know what I paid. So it's either $30 to $80. Some of his stuff towards the end, I was paying a lot, which is why it was the end of this relationship, because he was realizing that he was selling stuff for too cheap and he wanted to make more money, which that's fine. It's his stuff. Do what you need to do. So I might have paid $80 for them. Question mark. But they sold for $200. I surely did not pay $200 for these. So it was either $30 or $80, depending on when in that relationship that I bought them. But they're dusty, they're old, and they get to go to a new home for $200. Yes, please. They are ostrich. Fancy. All right. Then the last sale, you guys, on eBay is this little vitamin. All right. Bins on Friday, $15 day, a box of something that was not very marked. It had some kind of like a medical logo kind of on it. I'm like, all right, what's this? And I grab it, look it over take it over to the testing station, look at it, and I'm like, oh, that looks like junk, right? So I type in this brand, and they're $50 a bottle. $50 a bottle, and there were 12 bottles in this box of this little vitamin. I have no idea what the heck it is. It is NAD plus. I don't know. I don't even know. It's some kind of supplement. Servings per bottle, 30. So yeah, you just take little shots of whatever this is. And you guys, I just sold 5 of them to one buyer for $245. And I still have 7 left. And I paid $15 for this whole box. This is what we live for. This is why I go to the bins and deal with the drama every single week, because of finds like this. That this is going to end up being about a $600 payday for something that I paid $15 for. Wow. That is what we do. All right, you guys. So I think that's all of it. If I have any more sales tonight, we'll try and do an insert tomorrow to include that in this video, but it's going to be a busy day. So I got to get to packing these so that I'm ready for a week of craziness at the household, another week of summer survival. But I hope you guys have a fabulous week. Subscribe to the channel, thumbs up, tell YouTube you liked it. Let me know in the comments if your sales have also been this steady. If you're able to get as many sales as you're used to during the summer months. I'm used to summers being a lot slower, that they usually do not have this many sales because summers and vacations and people aren't usually buying that much right now. So I don't know if it's the tariffs thing. I don't know if people are getting paydays. I don't know what it is, but people are buying right now and I am not complaining. So let me know if that's helping your business out as well in the description or in the comments below. I love reading your comments, and thank you everyone who does leave me comments and little hearts and all of that, because that does bring me a lot of joy and encourage me to keep recording these for you because I love to do it. All right, you guys, I'll see you on the next video. Have a fabulous week and take care. Bye-bye.